Cade Cunningham was comped to Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, and Grant Hill heading into the 2021 NBA Draft. Now, in his 5th season, Cade's averaging over 27 points per game with about 5 rebounds and 10 assists. Compared to those 3 players in their 5th seasons, Cade is basically fulfilling those pre-draft comparisons in terms of the box score stats. But the second pick of the 21 draft was Jalen Green, and some of his pre-draft comps were Zach LaVine, Jordan Clarkson, and even Clyde Drexler. He's only played in a game and a half so far this season, so these are his stats from last year, and while he obviously hasn't lived up to the Drexler comp, he's definitely exceeded the Jordan Clarkson 6th man archetype so far at least, and been more in the Zach LaVine tier. Moving on to the third pick, Evan Mobley, and his comps were, among others, Anthony Davis, Chris Bosh, and Pau Gasol. Pretty elite company, and while Mobley's scoring is still not quite at the level of Anthony Davis in his 5th season, otherwise he's about in line with Bosh and Gasol. Next, Scotty Barnes, and like many draft prospects, he was comped to Draymond Green, as well as 2 of his eventual teammates, OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam. And from a scoring perspective, he's definitely met or exceeded those comps, but Draymond won Defensive Player of the Year in his 5th season, so Scotty might have a ways to go there. Next up, Jalen Suggs. Some of his comps were Derek White, Drew Holiday, and even Jamal Murray. His scoring volume has been down this season, but last year he was definitely in the neighborhood of White and Holiday, especially on defense. Then here's the 6th pick, Josh Giddey. He's having a breakout 5th season. Pre-draft, he was comped to LaMelo Ball, and then Tony Kukoc and Joe Ingles. Safe to say, if he can maintain this level of production, he's going to far outpace the role player comps of Kukoc and Ingles. Then here's Jonathan Kuminga. Coming into the draft, he was compared to the likes of Andrew Wiggins, Rudy Gay, and Danny Granger. And while his outlook might change on a different team, so far he has not been as consistent of a scorer as those guys. Then the 8th pick in the 21 draft was Franz Wagner. Some of his comps were Lamar Odom, Nick Batum, and Danilo Gallinari. He's definitely exceeded all of those guys as a scorer. He's more efficient than any of them were in year 5. Finally, we can skip down to the 16th pick, Alperen Sengun. Some of his high upside comps were DeMarcus Cousins, Marc Gasol, and Domantas Sabonis. And like Draymond Green, Marc Gasol won DPOY in his 5th season. So while Sengun might not be that level of defender, offensively, he's definitely been on par with Cousins as a scorer and Sabonis as a playmaker.